Carlin Potter.
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? Good. Good? It's good. As you probably noticed, I do have a little bit of a British accent. Got it from my parents in a divorce. Actually has a lot of uses. It's great for picking up women. As opposed to most guys who just, you know, walk up to a woman and say something stupid like, "Hey baby, let's play carpenter. You get hammered and I'll nail you." Or something equally ridiculous. I can walk up to a woman and say, "Hello, my name's Carlin, and I have a British accent. Can I buy you a drink?" You'd be surprised how often that actually works. Or, if I want to be sneaky about it, I'll walk up to the bar and order a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. I always get at least one woman looking at me when I do that. Given it's usually the barmaid looking at me like I'm an asshole. But still, at least she's looking. I don't know why though, but for some strange reason, it never seems to work very well in England. Another thing that's interesting about having a British accent, and I'm not sure why this is, but sometimes when I meet people for the first time, they feel compelled to start imitating my accent. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that this offends me in any way. It's just usually the people who do this have the worst bloody imitation of a British accent I've ever heard in my life. I mean, seriously? They sound worse than Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins. "Hello, governor. Would you like a cup of tea?" It's just horrible. And I mean, I don't really understand it, because I mean, if I meet someone from, I don't know, Mexico or something, I don't start quoting the Taco Bell Chihuahua. You know? I mean, I guess I can sort of understand when it comes to meeting Germans. I can't really help myself when I start quoting Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, like, "Come with me if you want to live." I don't know why, but they get really offended when you do that. They look at you and go, "You stupid idiot, he's Austrian, he's not German. It's not the same thing." Germans all sound like Arnold, I don't know. And anyway, I was on this dating website the other day. Yeah, I know, I look like the type of guy who would try to use his computer to get laid, right? But anyway, I was... It's not that I can't pick up women. I mean, for Christ's sake, I have a British accent. But, you know, it's just so much easier because, I don't know, I just find it a lot easier to, for example, send a woman an email to ask her out for coffee than it is to pick up a woman at a bar and convince her to come back to my mother's place. You know, I mean, it's just so much easier, you know? And believe me, I've tried everything. I've even tried pretending that, like, I don't actually live with my mother, I just kind of have a roommate. You know, I'll be like, yeah, we can head back to my place. We'll have to keep it down, though, because I don't want to wake my roommate up. It's kind of weird. She sounds a lot like me. She kind of looks like me. She's this really old, cranky British lady. It's really weird. I mean, you would swear we were related. We're totally not, though, I swear. It's just, you know, she looks like she could be my mother. But no, on the topic of dating, I was on this dating website and I came across this girl, and everything was going well until she started talking to me about this Edward Cullen guy. Oh good, I see we have a few fans. In case you don't know who he is, I'll enlighten you. He's the creepy, stalkerish vampire guy from the Twilight series, which is the worst movie ever. Oh, he said it. Based on the worst book ever. Oh, he went there. Yes, I did. Yeah, so she's telling me about how great this guy is. And, you know, I'm kind of like, okay, you know, I'm going to find out what the fuss is about, and I'm going to read the books for myself. I'm actually really glad I did it, because I ended up learning a lot about women from these books. For example, women love it when you follow them around everywhere they go, stare at them for long periods of time, like they're a freshly grilled steak, and like you haven't eaten in about a month. This, I guarantee you, will get her attention. So, after reading about all this, I decided it was time to put it into practice. It turns out, no matter how sweet and romantic your intentions are, breaking into a woman's house in the middle of the night, just so you can watch her sleep, not really the right way to go about it. It will get the police's attention, especially since she's usually the one calling them. Yeah, so that didn't work out so well. Needless to say, I'm single now, and I haven't really seen her since. But it's okay, I know I'm going to see her again one day. We have a court hearing next week for my restraining order. But yeah, on the topic of dating, in a completely unrelated topic, I work at a cell phone company. I work in the cancellations department, which basically means that whenever a customer wants to cancel, I'm the guy who tries to convince them not to. I haven't been there very long, but I actually have a lot of experience, mostly because I've been dumped by a lot of women, and the conversations are generally pretty similar. Customer will call me in and I'll be like, hello, my name's Carlin, how can I help you today? You what? What do you mean you want to end the 3-year agreement? I thought we had something special. I thought everything was going so well. I was going to give you more minutes. We could have talked more. We could have had more time together. I don't understand. It's that Rogers guy, isn't it? I have conversations like this all day long. It's no wonder I'm so depressed at the end of my shift. But the whole thing, it got me thinking, and it made me realize I think relationships would work a lot better as a whole if they worked like cell phone agreements. I don't mean like a full, lifelong, full-fledged commitment. That's just way too much for me. I mean like a 2 or 3 year agreement where in exchange for dinners, romance, candles, and all that crap from the guy, the woman agrees to have sex with him for the next 2 to 3 years. I really think this could work. You know, and like a cell phone agreement, every 2 or 3 years you could upgrade and get a new model. You know? And I really think it will work because, let's say the other person wants to break up with you. Well, that's when the early cancellation fee kicks in. Yeah, let's see how much they're willing to dump you when it'll cost them $500 to do it. I got time for one more joke, yeah? Yes? No? Yes? Yeah. Yes? Okay. Alright, I'll make this one a little bit dirty. I was on the internet the other day and I came across this website. It's offering this really interesting service. Basically, for a fee, guys could pay to play video games with a girl and video chat with them at the same time. This is either the most brilliant or the most fucked up and depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, seriously, how much of a nerd do you have to be to pay a woman not to have sex with you, but to play video games with you over the internet? The way I see it, if you're going to pay a woman to spend time with you, she should either be a hooker or your wife. Maybe both if you're Tiger Woods. So yeah, so you know, I said to myself, okay, I'm making fun of it, but you know, I mean, clearly I'm the type of guy who would do this sort of thing, right? So I decided to try it out for myself. Now my credit card is maxed out. And every time I log into Xbox Live, I feel like I'm going into a whorehouse. And my gamer score has just completely dropped because I keep losing to girls with big tits and a webcam. On the bright side, though, I do have a great trick for cleaning the semen off my Xbox remotes. Anyway, that's been my time. You guys have been great. Enjoy the rest of the evening.